You guys have seen the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films.
Yes.
They meant a lot to society at the time that they came out.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobey Maguire's career will never be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the kiss, and I was disappointed with Venom. Holla at your boy.
Not only was I disappointed with Venom, who the hell casts Topher friggin' Grace as Eddie Brock? Are you shitting me? Anyways, well, listen, it's the typical thing where a franchise just got too big for its britches and tried to do too much at the end, you know, what with Spider-Man 3, but I don't want to dwell on that. Let's be honest, Spider-Man 1 and 2 is still the bar by which Spider-Man is judged. And this is no offense to the MCU Spider-Man. That's still a fine movie. It's just not Sam Raimi Spider-Man. It's the only MCU movie that has not overshadowed and buried any of its movie predecessors to this point. You say Tobey Maguire's career is never the same. I say you'll never get another Mary Jane Watson that's a flaming and flowing redhead like you did with the Sam Raimi films.
Kirsten Dunst,
exactly.
Overall thoughts, I thought the first two were pretty good. Visually, I mean, you have Sam Raimi, so you're going to have the visual flair. They're colorful. They're dynamic. The second one is by far my favorite of the three. I don't think that's a unique perspective. But I think that it did tend to drag on in a couple spaces. A Spider-Man film should not have a quote, prick me and I bleed. But nevertheless, third one, too much going on for its own good. But I can never hate on a trilogy that features Bruce Campbell in any shape, in any way, shape, or form.
Correct.
But a lot of people were disappointed, especially following Spider-Man 3, that Sam Raimi never came back to do Spider-Man 4. Apparently, according to comicbook.com, producer, I'm going to butcher this name. I've seen this name a million times. I never thought, hey, one of these days I'm going to be pronouncing it in the show. I'm going to look like an idiot. But anyway, Avi Arad wants to make an animated Spider-Man movie with Sam Raimi. Longtime Marvel producer Avi Arad wants to team up with Spider-Man director Sam Raimi for an animated Spider-Man movie. This is coming off the Oscar-winning success of 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Speaking to Deadline, Arad said, I would love to see what kind of animated Spider-Man movie we'd get from Sam Raimi. So if he sees this, call me Sam. So obviously,
nice.
Obviously, preliminary, beyond rumor stages. But I don't know. What would you guys think about Sam Raimi getting involved with the Spider-Man character again? Could this posit a version of what Spider-Man 4 would have been? And do you think that he can bring that distinctive visual flair to life in animated form? Kyle?
I never thought we'd have an episode of who it could have been for a movie that hasn't happened yet involving somebody who's already done the shit. But yes, please. That should be your response. That should be the only response. I only came up with that who it could have been joke, so I said more than yes, please. So yes, please. Moving on.
So I got Tom Holland, no longer Andrew Garfield, potentially Tobey Maguire again, because I'm guessing he can bring him back.
It's animated.
Maybe.
It's animated. Then I got the Spideyverse. I got a universe with Venom in it. This is a lot to keep up with, but I like it. because it's something to watch, man. Look, I like Easter eggs. I like seeing people's creativity, man. I know they're doing the same stuff and rehashing the same stuff, but even though they do bring back some of the same stuff, you have to, show love whenever they do something, unique. And when I saw the Spideyverse, because that's the most recent depiction of Spider-Man, they came in with some unique stuff. I mean, showing love to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man with the kiss, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. I thought that was cool, man. So yeah, I'm all for it. Make more stuff, because that's more jobs.
Oh, they are. Sony, after the success of Into the Spider-Verse, Sony, and the article even notes that Sony is planning sequels and spin-offs. Sony's gonna milk Spider-Man as much as they can, especially with the recent success of the character in both Homecoming, the upcoming Far From Home. Of course, he's in both Avengers movies. If he hasn't,
and the porn movie Spider Silk. Anyways, what?
Okay, if you want
Spider
to cause a car crash, go ahead.
Silk, SILK, Spider Silk.
Part of me was disappointed that series with Tobey Maguire did cap off on an underwhelming note.
Yeah.
With Spider-Man 3, there are some nice moments in there, but it was like they were trying to do 3 movies at the same time within one, and it just didn't gel very well. However, bringing Sam Raimi back, like I said, if he can bring that distinctive style to animation, there's definitely he has never truly been an underwhelming director. He definitely has had the visual flair since his first film, Evil Dead. And there are definitely elements of Evil Dead within the Spider-Man films. I posit Spider-Man 2, the scene where the tentacles come alive. That was Evil Dead medical mystery movie.
I like that.
Evil Dead General Hospital. That's what we saw in that scene. But I think there's potential. I'd be interested to see if this is a continuation of those films or if this is going to be its own separate entity. And I'm gonna have to quote my man Arad here. Well, paraphrase the man Arad here. Call him, Sam. I want to see what happens. I should point out that this was an episode that was requested by one of our commenters and subscribers, Ace Red. So thank you for letting us know.
That's right. We read you, Ace. Red.
Yep. Appreciate it. Holla at your boy.
Ha!